Anil, Sip Chotwani, Sip Ashwin, Sip Atmanand, Sip Atmatre, Bliko, Sip Bliss, Sip Gigi, Sip Girishanand, Sip Harshal, Sip Krishna, Sip Nemsom, Sip Parvatiyama, Sip Pix, Premchandji, Purushottam, Sip Rajkumar, Rekha, Rumataji, and Rutanu. Sip Prakash, Sip Sachiv, Sip Sadanand, Sip Samatma, Sip Siba, Sip Jyoti, Sip Siri, Sip Sita, Sip Soham, Soham, Sukhi, Sundar, Sip Viresh, Yogini, Aham Brahma. Welcome to this call. I don't know whether we are going to have a good connection or not, but let me try. It's a little bit of a struggle, but I am sure it will work. I don't know what is the problem. Administrator, I know we have lost a lot of time because this data was not working. And hopefully, if this data works, we'll be good. So today we have got a Friday, and I'm supposed to give you a talk, and the talk is on the subject. The talk is on the subject. Yes, administrator is trying to give us a subject. A yogi lives a sattvic life towards moksha. A yogi lives a sattvic life towards moksha. This is the subject of our discussion. And what are we trying to talk on the subject today? This is a very important subject because this subject is talking about a yogi, talking about a sattvic life, and talking about the ability to attain that state of moksha. How are we going to achieve this? This is the promise for this Friday evening session, which I will deliver to you from my spare mobile. Administrator, I hope it's okay. We can continue. And then I will move to my main mobile once. Okay, good. Thank you. Apologies, and I'll give 5 minutes extra for closing today because of my delay. We'll take from 9 to 9:05. Administrator, please resend the app, the PPT administrator. Administrator, the PPT is not opening. It is? Why is it not opening? So, my dear friends, how does a person attain moksha? A person can attain moksha only if they are able to live as a yogi. And to live as a yogi, what is the method? Today we have reached this particular Zoom. Today we have reached a formula that if you are able to live as a yogi through living a sattvic life, you will be able to achieve moksha. This has been a combination of so many things we have been speaking about in the last few days. And ultimately, we have to find that formula, a formula which will work and take us to our destination. The destination is the same. There is no two destinations. The destination is one. Administrator, is the connection clear now? Good. So, my dear friends, the goal is very simple. The goal is moksha. How do we attain that state of moksha? To get to that state of moksha, we have to realize that there is a sattvic life. A sattvic life means that you've got to live a life that is going to take you step by step onto that destination. The ultimate goal is moksha. What is moksha? Moksha is liberation, salvation, nirvana, realization, whatever you call it. But if you don't have that if you don't have that goal, if you don't have that goal that I want to achieve moksha, then how will you ever achieve it? How will you reach that state of what we call moksha? It's only possible if you are seeking, you are a mumukshu, you're a jigyasu. So what is new? You'll tell me we've heard all this before. What is new? Oh, today we have got a lot of new stuff. We've got new stuff because today we are talking about how to live a sattvic life. And this is quite a different thing, because if you want to attain moksha, what is the method to break this network of internet? Let's sing a song. मोक्षा प्रभु पाना यही जीवन का मकसद है, प्रभु से एक हो जाना है, संसार से मुक्ति पाना है। संसार में जो फंसता, कर्मों में जो फंस जाता है, वो ही दुखी होके जीता है, वो ही दुख से डूबता है। दुख से मुक्ति हमें पाना, पुनर्जन्म नहीं है लेना, संसार में वापस ना है आना, कर्मों से है मुक्ति पाना, यही जीवन का मकसद है। The purpose of life is to get that state of moksha. And to get that state of moksha, you have to live in yoga. Yoga is union. How can you live in yoga? Everybody in this world is not a yogi. But how do you live in yoga? To live in yoga, you have to eliminate bhoga. How do you eliminate bhoga? These are the challenges, correct? A yogi stays away from tamas and rajas. So this is the new connection today. The new connection is, if you want to attain moksha, you've got to be a yogi. And if you want to be a yogi, then you need to live a life which is a sattvic life. So today, that is the subject. A pure life, a life that is established, that is rooted in truth consciousness. How do you live a life like that? That is the main subject of today's discussion. A life of sattva is not a life of tamas or rajas, not a passionate life, not a life of inertia. So you all have been telling me, talk a little bit on the three gunas. So today we will get to the essence of that. We don't need to get too complicated. We don't need to get into, a lot of people get into, oh, I want sattvic food, I don't want rajasic food. Should I eat onion or potato or brinjal? Don't get into that. You need to live a sattvic life. If you are programmed to be a yogi who wants moksha, you will know what is a sattvic life. Today, I will only give you the macro picture. What is the macro picture? Let's understand tamas. Let us understand what is tamas. Tamas is one of the three gunas of a human being. In fact, it's considered to be the lowest guna. A life of inertia, dullness, lethargy. This kind of rubbish life will not get us anywhere. A person drags through life. No meaning, no purpose, no enthusiasm, no motivation. So that's why I tell somebody says, what is tamasic food? I tell you, want tamasic food? Let me give you one nice ghee biryani. You eat one nice solid ghee biryani, full dripping with ghee. And then you eat 2 gulab jamuns and 2 rasamalais. And you sit and let me see you concentrate on the Zoom call. You'll be like this. Sometimes you look at people in Zoom call, they'll be like this. Sometimes you'll find people, they'll be tamasic in Zoom call because they would have been, you can see them snoring. How can you be snoring like this in Zoom call? Because of tamas. So tamas is that state of lethargy, that state of inertia we drag through life. Tamasic people don't want moksha. Tamasic people don't want moksha because they are so lazy. They want nothing. Forget about moksha. They don't want anything. We don't know it is the past karma or present karma. But such a person must change to be sattvic if he wants to grow.
You cannot remain a tamasic person. So let's understand Rajasic person. So you can ask me questions today because we have gone onto the root of tamas and rajas. The second type of person, Rajasic person, is a person who is full of passion. What type of passion? High energy, high ambition, success, money, name, fame, competition, success. So you understand the type of person. I'm giving you two types of people. One person, come on, let's go for a movie. No, yeah. What you're doing? I'm sleeping, yeah. Let us go and eat food. You give me food in the bed, yeah. Have you seen such people like that? Let us go for a walk. I am feeling very tired, yeah. The type of tamasic person you can make out from a distance. The tamasic person drags their feet. So don't be tamasic, but also don't be rajasic. Rajasic people, oh, the fellow asks him, what will you eat, sir? Get me one masala dosa. Anything else, sir? Yes, one plate idli sambar. Anything else, sir? One gobi manchurian. And is that all, sir? Get me one cup of coffee and few biscuits. Anything else before I close your order? What do you have for dessert? Sir, we have got champakili, sandwich. Okay, one each. Now the Rajasic person is no end to it. I mean, I was Rajasic once upon a time. I was very Rajasic. So a dangerous person, very dangerous. Because all the time, so much passion, so much passion. Huh? So this is the problem, my dear friends. And then Rajasic people, they are bhogis. Huh? What are they? Okay, they are bhogis. Rajasic person, they are bhogis means what? These people, what they say, jo mera, wo mera. Jo tera, wo bhi mera. So this is a problem. The problem is that Rajasic person, they all the time, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want everything, all the time. So this is a problem. The problem is that you don't want to be tamasic also, you don't want to be rajasic also. What must you be? You must be sattvic. So sattvic person we will try to get in because we don't want to be a bhogi, we want to be a yogi. Done. So how are you going to live a life which is not tamasic, not rajasic? How are you going to live a life which is sattvic? You must first of all realize that if we have got passion, too much passion, then that passion will make us so wild that we will not be able to concentrate on rajas. What is wrong? Let me explain to you. What is wrong is the tamasic person doesn't want moksha and the rajasic person wants to go in the opposite direction. So both cannot achieve the goal. If you want to achieve the goal, did I tell you the story recently of that man patting the horse? Did I tell you the story? I never told you. So today's bonus, because of all this confusion and all this Wi-Fi, one more bonus. So a man was riding his favorite beautiful white horse. I didn't tell the story. Riding this white horse. Sure, I didn't tell the story of the horse. He came and he tied the horse in the jungle in one tree, and he went to the guest house and he was sleeping. I hope I have not told this story. Have I told story? No. Then what happened? Then came Mullah Nasreddin. Mullah Nasreddin is just one comic character. He came and he was patting the horse. He was patting the horse like this. He was patting the horse. Somebody came and told him, Mullah. He was looking like a mullah. So he came and told him, Mullah, is this your horse? So he nodded. He said, yes. Actually, it was not his horse. That man who owner of the horse had tied the horse and gone inside. This Mullah Chumma came and he was patting the horse like this. So that man told him, very nice horse. He was a horse trader. He told him in those days you have to have small gold coins. So he asked him, okay, The point is, he asked him, this is called magic. The story is all about magic. So what happened? He told him, of course, app he told him, I'll give you how much money for the horse. The horse cost 5,000 coins. So Mullah was just thinking like this, how much? He told, I'll give you 10,000 coins. 10,000 coins. Before Mullah could do this, man, he gave 10,000 coins to the Mullah. He took the horse and he removed the rope from the horse. He removed the rope from the horse and he gave to Mullah and he was going. What Mullah did, Mullah was holding the rope. Suddenly he saw the owner of the horse is coming out. He saw the owner, what to do? Horse is gone. Horse is gone and Mullah is holding the 10,000 coins in his hand. Suddenly when the owner came, he put the rope around his neck. He pulled the rope around the neck and he started eating the grass. The owner came and asked him, I had tied the horse with this rope. This is my special rope. Where is my horse? Mullah told him, sir, with folded hands, I want to tell you that 20 years back, I used to tell a lot of lies. God made me a horse. 20 years back, God made me a horse. And today my 20 years are over. So now my 20 years are over. So now from a horse, I have become back into a human being. Thank you for it very much. He told the owner, thank you very much for your kindness. The owner said, patted him on the back and said, okay, theek hai. You go, give me the rope. So he took the rope because that man was eating grass like a horse. So the man went to the market to buy another horse. As soon as he went to buy the market horse, he saw that his horse was standing there for sale. So he went to that horse and he told in the horse in the ear, you told me 20 years back, you told a lot of lies and you became from man to horse. In a matter of 10 minutes, again you told so many lies or what? That God made you again from the man, God made you back into a horse again. So I don't know whether you're understanding the story or not, but I found this story very amusing. Now, what I want to tell you, is that this story reminds us that when we tell lies, when we are trying to achieve success, one after the other, we tell lies, we keep on cheating, we get caught. And when we get caught, then we can't escape. So these are all a combination of rajas and tamas. Would a sattvic person sell a horse and take the money and lie that I was a horse and tell all these stories that 20 years back God made me into? My dear friends, let us understand the attributes of a sattvic person. A sattvic person lives a life of purity, a life rooted, established in truth consciousness, following dharma, righteousness. The world is completely confused about these three gunas. And the world is thinking, I am born because of my karma, I have got rajas, I have got tamas, because of my kundali. My kundali means my shastra, that what they call that birth chart. A lot of stories that people have. But unfortunately, we are lost. We don't know the meaning of life, L-I-F-E, liberation from ignorance and finding enlightenment. Only possible with sattva. Because if you don't have sattvic life, you don't attain moksha, then punarjanma, you have to come back. There's only two options, either realization or reincarnation. And if you do not have realization, it's a big problem. We are sent to this planet, I told you a few days back, not to revolve, not to go round and round. We have sent to this planet to evolve. And the only purpose of human being is only one, moksha. A lot of people, they ask, sir, what is my purpose? No, Atmanand's purpose is moksha. But what is my purpose? No, your purpose is also moksha. No, that is Krishna's purpose. But what is my purpose? No, your purpose is also moksha. No, but I thought only Bliko's purpose. Aresh Baba, it is everybody's purpose on the call. Whether it is Chidanand or Rajanand or all people, our purpose is only one: moksha. The point is, a dog, a frog, a cat, a rat, a tree, a bee, there is no chance of moksha, because you need to have consciousness, you need to have intelligence, you need to have an intellect. A dog may be having instinct. You don't need an instinct, you need an intellect. Only human beings are blessed. If we are tamasic, we will sleep and we will weep. Dada used to tell me, man's greatest tragedy, my guru used to tell me, man's greatest tragedy is he thinks he has plenty of time. Kabhi karenge, moksha. I asked somebody, you want moksha? The answer is, you want moksha? Yeah, moksha. Oh, what? Moksha, I'm too young for moksha. You'll have a lot of people telling, moksha, I am too young. Yeah. And somebody asks, you want moksha? Yeah, abhi kya? Abhi, I am too old. Yeah. Abhi, I am too old for moksha. Some people are too young for moksha. Some people are too old for moksha. One thing in common, they all are tamasic. They're all just tamasic. Because time is limited. The Rajasic people, they are running. They run till life is done. How will they reach the destination? So today, you must focus on sattvic life. A sattvic life will make you a yogi. A yogi can attain moksha because you will be in consciousness. A sattvic person is established in sip consciousness. There is no tamas, there is no rajas. Only such a person can become a yogi. Sometimes I tell you this song, कमल का फूल जैसे झील में ना डूबता है, योगी भी माया में ना डूबता, योग में वो रहता है, मन ना भटकता है, सांस सांस में प्रभु को चाहता, ध्यान में जीता है, भक्ति में जीता है, योग में सदा वो रहता है, प्रभु से नाता ना तोड़ता है. How is it possible? If you're going to constantly be a bhogi, not a yogi, how will you move? And before I end, let me tell you, to be a yogi, you have to move from one state of yoga to another. You have to move from dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga. And we have discovered prema yoga, the easiest yoga. A yogi will never sink in bhoga. It's like, if you're having in a swimming pool, will you go down if you're wearing a life jacket? If you're wearing a life jacket, you have the tube, you cannot drown. So a yogi is insulated from bhoga because the yogi is always connected to sip. My dear friends, if you slip out of yoga, you will slip into bhoga. And the way to be in yoga is eliminate rajas and tamas. Eliminate anything which is rajas and tamas from your life. Live a sattvic life. Live a pure life. And in my guidance, a sattvic life does not mean you must be a vairagi. Does not mean that you have to give up your clothes, give up your family, give up your money, your house, your possession, remove your shoes, leave your car, start walking. Because if you follow the Jain path, they will say, Sabhi chodo usme putra, sabhi tyag karo, sabhi ghar ko chodo. Recently, I met Vice President of Reliance. You all read? Atman, what's the name of that fellow you know? Vice President of Reliance, earning 75 crores per year. Huh? He left Mukesh Ambani and he took up a path of renunciation. Just few days back, somebody sent me one link. I think some with P his name is, I'm not sure. Well, some of you will Google, you will find immediately. Reliance Vice President. You found it, Atmanand? What's his name? Unmute Atmanand. You found it? Unmute Atmanand. Give a quick update. Who's this fellow? Atmanand, unmute. You got it or no? No.
I'm searching. I'll find it.
Okay. You're unmuted. If you find, just read it. Reliance Vice President who was earning 75 crores, who left to follow a spiritual path. So the point is that you don't have to leave everything. You don't. This is the biggest mistake. Then you slip back into the wrong path. My dear friends, before we end this, Be established in yoga. Yoga leads to moksha. To be established in yoga, follow the sattvic path. Don't try to follow the rajasic happiness. You cannot be happy. You will have entertainment, not enlightenment. You will have achievement. You will not reach that state of awakening. And if you are living a tamasic life, you will be gone and you will be reborn. So remember this, you have to live a life of sattvic sadhana. What is a sattvic sadhana? A sadhana that is a life of a yogi. Yes, Atmanand, that will take us to moksha.
Prakasha.
Prakasha. And my information is not wrong, no? It's genuine.
He was earning 75 crores. He retired in June.
See, so I don't give you fairy tales. I give you news which is, I think, from the right source. 75 crores, man. He left everything. He's gone. I don't recommend that. You can be earning what you're earning, but you can take your foot off the accelerator. If you take the foot off the accelerator, let the car keep on going, because you will keep making good use of what you are in life. You don't have to renounce. But what is your sadhana? That's my final question to you today. How much sadhana have you started doing? How many hours a day are you doing dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga? Are you tracking the time? How much time are you wasting every day? How much time are you spending in silence? How much time are you spending with sip? I understand, sir. I am coming Zoom call every day. Malum, Zoom call. Apart from Zoom call, sir, it's Instagram 3 times a week. Okay, after that, what else? Then that only, sir, that only. Then how you will get moksha? You need to be a karma yogi. If you want to get moksha, you have to become a Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta yogi. Yogi sattva. Sattva sadhana. So today I'm giving you all a new bead. Being awakened, not enough. You must be enlightened. You must be liberated. And for this, you must live a sattvic life. And a sattvic life is not so difficult. Looking at me, you understand, I don't live a very sannyasi type of life. You don't need to be sannyasi. You don't need to wear only white clothes or orange clothes or red clothes. No. Wear anything you want. But be a yogi. योगी जो योग में सदा ही रहे, प्रभु के योग में रहे, संसार की माया में ना वो फंसे, सदा योग में वो रहे. My dear friends, ask yourself the question. I hope many of you understand Hindi, because my songs are in Hindi. I asked myself the question, जीवन हमें क्यों मिला है, क्या हमने ये सोचा है, प्रभु को है पाना, मुक्त हो जाना, यूं ही जीते मरते हैं, सुख दुख के चक्कर में फंसे हैं, दुख से मुक्ति पाना, प्रभु पाना. We have got to attain Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. For this, for attaining mukti, moksha, very important yoga, very important sattva, very important sadhana. My dear friends, are you seeking moksha? If you are seeking moksha, you are already 1% of the select population of this world. But are you living with sattva, sadhana, yogi? Are you on your way to moksha? Then you are 0.0001% of the world. Because from 1%, you become 0.01% awakened. Enlightened, 0.0001%. 1 in a million. Are you 1 in a million? You will come to know next Friday. What is next Friday, you know? You know what is next Friday? Next Friday is 15th of August. And the topic of our discussion is Independence Day special. Are you truly free? What is the topic next Friday? Are you truly free? That is the next topic. And with that note, we will shift to questions. And today, internet did not work, tab did not work, computer did not work, but Zoom call worked. Worked. Did we have a good, we had everything. So nothing should matter. Nothing matters. If you want to be happy, nothing matters. If you want to be happy, nothing matters. For when something goes wrong, let it go very wrong. If you want to be happy, nothing matters. So that is the method of happiness. Aham Atma, Mohan Pujar. Come on, questions.
गुरुजी गुड इवनिंग.
Guruji, yes, Guruji. How are you, sir?
गुरुजी मैं तो आपका शिष्य हूँ, आप ही
मैं भी आपका
गुरुजी हैं.
शिष्य हूँ.
कोटि कोटि प्रणाम है. Thanks for leading me in the path of enlightenment. Actually, today I watched 8th September 2022 का Ask AiR session मैंने देखा. Actually, that was really a very fantastic session. 2-3 दिन के पहले हम enlightenment के abbreviation के बारे में we were discussing actually. On the 8th September 2022 satsang, that enlightenment 13 letters, we have already finalized that. Just आप हमको 2 minute देंगे तो मैं उसको पढ़ूंगा. E, enlightenment. E, eternal happiness. This is already finalized in our satsang. I have already sent a SMS to you also. E, eternal happiness. N, living in the now. L, liberation from the triple sufferings of body, mind and ego. I, overcoming ignorance and living with the intellect. G, God is everywhere. H, heavenly peace. T, truth is realized. E, ever united in yoga. N, no karma. M, no mind. E, no ego. N, no thoughts. Living always in consciousness. Enlightenment. Last T, total acceptance and surrender. It is already...
Which year was this?
8th September 2022.
It is just like somebody driving an Ambassador and Fiat car and telling that's the best car in the world. That car was available in India for 45 years back. 45 years back, Ambassador car and Fiat car already gone, my dear Aham Atma.
No, we can...
This is...
Yeah, just I'm sharing with you.
No, this is a good definition for 2022.
Okay.
In 2022, we said no ego. How can there be no ego? Now we say enlightened ego.
Yeah.
So we are... Krishna is working on this. She has taken the project.
Sure.
Enlightenment project Krishna is working on.
And thanks for guiding me. I'm very much benefited from all the sessions. Thank you very much.
So Aham Atma, you will get a updated version.
Sure.
Nowadays, now today, what happened? I was trying to open my PowerPoint.
Okay.
They told me your app is outdated.
Okay.
They told me your app is outdated. You cannot work. So this is enlightenment definition also.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you for your devotion and dedication.
Thanks, Guruji.
Mohan Pujar and the rest of you who are following Sattva, Sadhana, Yogi, Moksha, please make your presentation today. Mohan Pujar.
Namaskar, Guruji.
Namaskar.
Can conditioned soul, can conditioned people achieve moksha, Guruji? I don't think so. Conditioned people, in this world, can they achieve, moksha?
What do you mean by conditioned people?
No, conditioned people in the sense, conditioned people, they're always, either, in tamasic mode or, in rasic mode. So when you are in the tamasic and rasic mode, you can't achieve,
See, conditioning is quite a, the word of conditioning is not a complicated. We can be conditioned, but we can also be reconditioned.
Yeah.
But they say very often if you go to, which is the app you buy second-hand stuff? Naam kya uska? OLS. There's one app called OLS. They sell reconditioned air conditioners, reconditioned. Have you seen? There's reconditioned.
Right.
So we have to recondition. We have to. We should not be preconditioned. When you are preconditioned, then you are indoctrinated. You are indoctrinated with lies. We have to empty. You have to empty your cup. If you want to get enlightenment, you have to empty your cup and refill your cup.
No, but sir, reconditioned. But recondition means, it is a new condition level. No, it is an ongoing process.
conditioning, reconditioning, and again conditioning to the new level. It is an ongoing process, no? Isn't
People,
it, Guruji?
people who come on this call, then they are fully conditioned for moksha. People, when they come for this call, they don't need to be reconditioned, and they are moving from being conditioned to being liberated. They are moving upwards.
Right. Yeah.
Krishna, thank you. Krishna.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Administrator Krishna. Yes, Krishna.
Yes, Sir Krishnoham.
Krishnoham.
Sir, when you have now put us in this AFA and EFE and all that, so when you are in AFA, already you are Sattvic, right?
Yeah, you should be Sattvic. But what if you're AFA, but you are still attacked by body, mind, ego, although you are realized? So when you are enlightened, then I can endorse you as Sattvic. Otherwise,
that is my second question. When you are enlightened, you
Yeah.
know, you live as a divine soul. So when you are living as a divine soul, all this sattva, rajas and tamasic is body attributes and mind attributes, no? In the atma, wo to nahi hai na.
Atma is free from all the attributes.
So when you're enlightened, you're 100%. I don't know
Sattvic.
whether you're
100% Sattvic.
But AFA also, we are like practicing predominantly more of Sattvic only.
Yeah, mostly. Then what will happen? You may be 70-80% Sattvic, maybe 5-10% Rajas and Tamas may come, and sometimes somebody comes and tells you, Krishna, cheesecake, Krishna. Then you say, no, yeah, I'm having Zoom call. No, Krishna, only 1 minute now, please. Only 1 minute now, please, Krishna, please, na, please, Krishna, 1 minute. Hota hai. Then you say, okay, I will just off the video 1 minute. Don't talk. I'm in Zoom call. Off the video. Cheesecake. I'm eating cheesecake.
Oh, so I've never done it.
No, I'm just giving example. I'm not. No, I don't mean. I'm not telling you. I'm not catching you.
No. I'm not taking it personally. But what I'm saying is, once you are in the Zoom call, another question I want to really ask is, when you are really enlightened, for example, when you are AiR, you are Atma completely, then Tino Guna nahi hota hai, no? You have transcended the gunas.
No, wrong. Krishna, come back to consciousness. Please come back to consciousness immediately. Are you ready now in consciousness, Krishna?
I am.
Are you ready? Now listen to me. A person who is awakened becomes enlightened. Is that person still alive in the body, or he has left the body?
He is, but he is completely, if he is awakened and enlightened, but when
So
he's living as a,
he's living or he's not? He's living or he's not living?
He's living, but
now you answer my question. Wait, now you answer my question. Is it possible to live without any gunas? You think properly. Tell me how.
If you're an Atmavan, if you are Atman,
please explain to me how you can live without any gunas. Please give me an example.
No, this is what we understand about the enlightened masters. They are beyond. If you can transcend
Krishna, come to consciousness. Come to consciousness. Listen to me. When we are enlightened, we still have to eat and walk and talk. And therefore, when I'm talking, that means if I am talking to you, I'm talking to you nicely, means I'm talking to you with a sattvic mind, sattvic thoughts. How can I have nothing? How can I not have sattva, rajas, tamas? That means I'm dead. A person who is alive cannot be free of the gunas. I want you to tell me, is it coming clearly to you or not?
It is coming clearly to me what you are trying to say, but I cannot understand. Then all the previous lessons fail, no, sir? How can you be free? How can you be without? How can you be an enlightened ego? How can body free you? How can mind? Everything falls. No, everything fails, because there is a beautiful. Again, I'm quoting from Bhagavad Gita. They say till then, he says, Nistray guna bhava Arjuna. You become beyond the three gunas and become an Atmavan. Because if you are an Atmavan, he did not say become a, yogi. So I felt when you are enlightened, when you are living as a Satyachit Anand Atma, there is no gunas.
Then tomorrow you will come back and tell me, sir, now I understood properly. Sir. Tomorrow you will come and tell me. Let me explain to you. No, you're not reading it. You're not reading it clearly.
Yeah,
it is.
Sir, आपने पहले बोला we need a vehicle. Of course we need a vehicle. But all these gunas are the gunas of the vehicle, no?
Of course they are the gunas of the vehicle. But then you are in that vehicle. So that gunas belong to who?
That gunas shouldn't affect me. No, I'm separate from that. I'm not that vehicle. Because you are, yeah.
I will give you the answer. You will understand now. Such a person becomes free from all karma?
Yeah.
No.
Should transcend.
Such a person does not become free from karma. Such a person becomes a karma yogi. You agree that become a karma yogi?
Yes.
So you become a guna yogi. You are not affected by those gunas. Which gunas you're not affected by? And this is very important, Krishna. Your question is very, 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 very important. Please understand exactly what I'm saying. You rise completely above rajas and you rise completely above tamas. You eliminate every single sign of rajas and tamas. And you continue to live as a Satchidanand Atma with following your dharma and going towards moksha as a karma yogi. A karma yogi has to have sattvic qualities. Sattvic qualities means righteousness. It means kindness. It means love. It means all the beautiful, godly, divine qualities. You cannot be devoid of these qualities. अभी आपने कुछ पढ़ा है उसको रिकंसाइल करके मुझे कल बोलो. No, is everything wrong I'm saying? Please tell me. No need of nodding.
Yeah, because of all the understanding, of course, even in Sattvic Gunas में बहुत सारा virtues है. You have to, and when the enlightened person also lives with virtues, but there is a fine difference because my understanding is from Bhagavad Gita. He says, be predominantly in Sattva and then transcend that like an escape velocity. Then you go beyond the gunas and then only you become a Satchit Anandatma.
Absolutely. You go beyond the gunas because you have united with SIP. And when you unite with SIP, you don't associate yourself with that gunas. You don't say those are my gunas, but you continue to live on a bed of sattva.
That is there, sir. Abhi, your sentence, you don't associate with the gunas, make you transcend your gunas, no?
Yeah, but you can. I'm just making you think. You please contemplate. No enlightened person, till they leave the body, can be free from breathing, thinking, living gunas. And I'll also tell you this: an enlightened person is still attacked by the mind. An enlightened person is still tormented by the ego, and an enlightened person is still pricked by tamas and rajas of the samsara, outside world. But the enlightened person is not affected. The awakened person is affected. The awakened person will fall prey to rajas and tamas once in a way. But enlightened person, I'm telling you from my own personal example. I'm giving you from my own personal example. So the journey goes on and on. But sattva, we must never leave. Never leave. Because the soul has, what are the three attributes of the soul?
Shanti, Anand, Pyar.
Never leave that. And that is purely sattvic. These are the sattvic things we cannot leave till our last breath. There must be mantra jeene ka, shanti, anand, pyar. Never leave. So I'm just, and I'm welcoming you to come back if there's a contradiction tomorrow to clarify. Karma. Thank you. Karma, Sundar, Esru, Mohan, Oppo.
Shivoham AiR. I
Shivoham.
hope you're doing very well today as well.
Always.
Great. Thank you for bringing this subject once again, the gunas. And
Yes.
there's just a lot more into it. I'm sure you know that we are just on the tip of the iceberg right now. What I wanted to add is that the beauty of our scriptures, when they are mentioning these gunas and many other things, they simply signify, they simply put the significance of these gunas without the hierarchy of lower or higher. Anything lower, higher, all these hierarchy is a religious construct, man made construct. Tamas, Rajas, Sattva, all three are required in a normal grahastha human being. Because if there is no tamas, we will not be able to rest or sleep. Tamas is required for that. If there is no rajas, everybody would be ambitionless. There would be no leaders also. And
Correct.
if it's just completely pure sattva, I hope one day this happens. This whole eternity will be just silent because sattva is just inside. It just goes in. It doesn't look outside at all.
No, your
But
answer
then,
is very, very beautiful if it's a technical answer.
yeah,
But practically, but
that's where I was
practically,
coming
huh?
to. That's where I was coming to the practicality of it. You're right when you say that even if somebody is completely enlightened, they are not
Mhm.
guna led. They
Mm.
remain in the sattva guna, pure, complete sattvic guna. But then the life is totally different. A completely sattvic person will not mingle with any other being, not just human being, any being, through words, actions, thoughts, whatever. They are just connected to the sip, like you said.
Wait. Repeat your point.
A
A person
completely
will not
sattvic,
connect.
not with outer human beings, they will be connected only to the sip.
The
If, for example,
the outer human beings are none other than a manifestation of Sith.
yes, true. But then,
Therefore they will interact with every human being as though they are interacting with Sith.
sorry, but here I actually disagree with you. To be able to, for an enlightened person, to be able to interact with other beings, a little bit of rajas is required. Without that rajas, that interaction or the preaching will not happen. A
The
completely
rajas that the rajas that you are talking has already transformed to sattva.
if that
When
had
rajas,
happened,
when you're the rajas that you're talking, uh, the rajas that you're talking um, is not sattva rajas. Has already dissolved into sattva.
if that rajas has dissolved into sattva, the
Yeah.
person, that sattvic enlightened being, is, you can say in a layman's word, isolated. They do not want to mingle with anybody with their words, action, thoughts. They are only connected to the sip. There is no
No, see,
external connection.
you're. I'm sorry, but you're talking from a point of view of theory. I'm telling you from a practical point of view. You have to be when you're completely sattvic. It does not mean that you go to sleep at all. Sorry,
You can.
if you're relating to any sleeping to be tamas, it is wrong. If you sleep for 4 or 5 hours a day, you are not tamasic. If you are
No,
tamasic, you're sleeping for 8 or 10 or 12 hours a day.
no.
If
That
you are
that is
slight,
where I want to add details to it because it's so nuanced. The thing is, sleeping is not bad. Oversleeping is bad. Tamas is not bad. Over tamas is bad. Rajas is not bad. Over rajas is bad. So the balance is required in a person who is dealing with the world. Somebody who
I,
is not dealing with the world on a spiritual path, they transcend from tamas to rajas to sattva, that sattvic part. If they are between rajas and sattva, very good, because these people are required. Otherwise, the knowledge, the spirituality, we will not be able to spread. Because if everybody goes quiet, who will talk? And the tamas, somebody who is in tamas and rajas, they will be like, I can name it, but I know you don't like naming other gurus or anybody, but I do have examples for gurus who are stuck somewhere between tamas and rajas. like huge fan following, but it
Karma,
doesn't make
this,
sense. Yeah.
no, this can go on and on. I don't want to. All I'm saying is that you have a point, but we can discuss more in detail. Today it's a Friday. We cannot go beyond a particular point. But I have to explain this to you again if you want on another day. You have got your point, but you're not understanding that in a sattvic life does not mean you stop eating, you stop drinking, you stop sleeping. A
I'm not
sattvic
talking.
life,
Yeah.
no.
Here's the difference. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. A sattvic life is different. A sattvic person is different. I'm talking about a sattvic person, not sattvic
There is
life.
no
We can have a
difference.
sattvic lifestyle. There is.
No,
I can
there
prove
is.
it.
Okay, I'm not
Next
here
time
to
I
argue
can
with
prove
you.
it.
Yeah, I'm not here to argue with you. If you would like to discuss it at length, you can come back and we'll talk in length. Again, we will talk.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I am very clear in what I am saying today. I am asking all of you. Today's topic is the goal of life is moksha. If you want to attain moksha, you have to live as a yogi. If you want to live as a yogi, it is very important to live a life of sattva. A life of sattva does not mean that you don't eat, you don't sleep. This is where people are so technically misguided that they think sleeping means tamas. Sleeping does not mean tamas. Eating does not mean rajas. You live a sattvic life means you follow your dharma to attain moksha. You live a balanced life. That's why the Buddha called it middle path. So in that middle path, you take sattva as your lifestyle. Choose sadhana. Sadhana is very important. Try to refine yourself. Keep on moving forward. Okay, with that note, Sundar, Esru, Mohan, Oppo, Kanika. We have 5 questions. I don't know whether we'll be able to do it today, but let's try how many hours we can. Sundar.
Shivam, sir.
Shivoham. Yes.
Yeah, the discussion is quite interesting, sir.
Yes.
Actually, it is going to the peak from the Krishna's talk, and I can't say that we enlightened person can go beyond the gunas. I can't say that because I have not reached up to that level, and I can comment to that. But I can give one like example, sir. When I'm sorry to take a name, but I want to take.
No, cannot take names. If you take names, I will not answer your question.
Just example, sir. Just
if
example.
If you take a name, I will not answer your question. Esru. I don't believe in you quoting any gurus and making me make a comment on some guru's points. It's not as per my philosophy. Esru.
Yeah. Shivoham, Guruji.
Shivoham. Yes.
Yeah. So in regard to these 3 modes, that what I have understood till now, I would say that the world and the universe and the master plan of God or SIP is this phase, like it goes from tamas to rajasic to sattvic, whether it's relation, whether it's food, whether it's everything. So like if you're a driver and even if you have attained enlightenment or at the awakening stage, that doesn't mean that when you drive the car you won't come across pebbles and turns and challenges in your life. Sattvic mode means that no matter what the next is, you perform at the sattvic mode from your side. That is what I have understood.
Actually, the problem is people, what you're saying is not wrong. What you're saying is correct.
Yeah.
But let me explain a couple of things to you. It's really not a sattvic mode, as you're saying.
Yeah.
We go through all these 3 gunas. What is the meaning of guna? What's the meaning of guna?
The attributes, the performances, the way
quality, maybe guna means maybe quality. Yeah. So the point is that you go through these. Ultimately, you want to transcend. You have to transcend and you have to attain moksha.
Yeah.
The problem is the point is not about gunas. We are not worried about gunas. We
Yeah.
are worried about moksha. Correct.
Yeah. So
These
that's why.
these are the three fundamental qualities of a human being. These are fundamental qualities.
Yeah. That's why when you're all the time connected to SIP, at every challenge, you are in that SIP mode, and that's more important to you, irrespective of what's happening, right?
And in that mode, you give up this so-called rajas and tamas, which are
Yeah.
basically modes of inertia and passion. Just
Yeah.
that you give up the inertia and the passion, and you climb, you evolve on the journey of that righteousness. And that's why even
Dharma.
Lord Krishna told Arjuna, take the arrow and shoot. It does not
Exactly. Yeah.
mean that is rajasic or tamasic.
Yeah.
It
It's dharma.
shooting. It was the Lord tells him to shoot, because it says that is part of the sattva. It's part of that his duty. So we should not be caught in a narrow mind. We have to
Yeah.
evolve.
Like
We have
now,
to,
like when you're in a passion, if you're doing sattvic guna at your passion, like if you're doing your sevas, and if you're doing good deeds, like you're teaching us, you're doing this, that's like even in your passion mode, you're a sattvic performer.
is that rajas? Is that rajas?
No. Yeah.
This is
No.
exactly what I was trying to teach karma. I was trying to tell
Yeah.
karma, and she was in her own mode. So I don't
Yeah.
argue with anybody on this call. My idea is
Yeah.
not to argue with you. My idea is
Yeah.
to put my point forward. So
Yeah.
if I am very passionate in promoting my moksha, that
Yeah.
is not rajas.
Yeah.
That passion has converted to sattva.
Exactly. But when it comes to tamasic, when it comes in that performance, like you said, sleep, oversleep, I think even that time, if you make an effort every time to remind yourself, to pull yourself towards sip, even there you can rise up and perform. Even there you can. You're given an opportunity.
No, what you're saying is right, but let me give you a simple example. What is the meaning of tamas?
Laziness.
Then even meditation should be tamas.
Exactly. That's why some people can't enjoy
No,
meditation.
wait. I'm asking you, if one man is sitting like this, pakka is inertia, no? Pakka tamas.
Uh,
This is not tamas. This inertia has become complete sattva.
exactly.
I'm
Of
giving
course.
you an
Yeah.
example. You
Yeah.
gave me one example of how rajas
Yeah.
can be sattva. I gave you
Yeah.
an example of how tamas appearing to be inert. Inert
Yeah.
means when you still the mind and you are
Yeah.
completely quiet and silent, then you are not
Yeah.
in
You
tamas, you are in
excel
sattva.
in that mode on a different note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to close.
Yeah.
Administrator, we have to close the session. It's past. I have 2 minutes of closure. Oppo and Kanika tomorrow. We have outrun on time, but let us quickly spend a couple of minutes to close the session. My dear friends, first of all, a humble apologies. When sometimes I'm in some country where Wi-Fi is not my fi. It is not my. Though it is called Wi-Fi, it is not in my control, and I struggle sometimes. But interesting conversation. My whole approach of today's call was to try to help you progress on the path of moksha. And to summarize today's call, this is the misunderstanding we have. For example, we think anything lethargic, lazy is tamas. But a person who is meditating for hours is not called tamasic. They are in complete inertia. They are completely in stillness and silence. They are doing nothing. One day, my guru told me, learn to spend time in silence. I questioned my guru. I said, what are you teaching me to be in silent? I am wasting my life. I am wasting my time. And what did the guru say? The guru said, why? Why you say this? I said, because I'm doing nothing. Then my guru said, okay, you go now, go home and dismiss all your security guards. I said, why should I dismiss all my security guards? He said, because they are doing nothing. I said, no, they are not doing nothing. They are sitting and they are watching for the chore. Then they say, he said, when you're sitting silently, you're also watching the biggest thief. You're watching your mind. You're watching your biggest thief, the mind. My dear friends, our goal is to evolve from the three gunas, the three intrinsic qualities, attributes of a human being, to evolve from rajas, tamas, into that beautiful state of sattva. Because in that state of sattva, we are established in SIP consciousness. In that state of sattva, we would be able to create a routine, a sadhana that can help us to reach the state of a yogi who can attain moksha. Of course, in 1 hour Zoom call is limited, we can talk, but tomorrow we can now talk again. I'm not sure what's the topic for tomorrow, Administrator. It's a Saturday, so it's a public topic. But every Friday, I try to give you an interesting topic, and next Friday promises to be an interesting topic. I speak for 30 minutes once a week only, so that the rest of the time you ask questions. I would like, before I end, for you to contemplate on your sadhana. Contemplate and see how much of the time in your life you are intruded by the mind, by the ego, by your senses. How much time you are pulled away from being a divine instrument. At the end, 2-3 lines of the favorite tune. प्रभु क्या मैं तो कुछ भी ना हूँ, मैं तो बस एक दिव्य यंत्र, मैं तो ये तन मर जाएगा, मन को ढूंढा मैं मन तो कहीं ना, हूँ मैं अमर आत्मा, ये आत्मा है परमात्मा. O Lord, may I become nothing, so I become one with you. I become everything. With folded hands, I bow down to you.